in the region since January, and we, with open arms, welcome you back for our Sacred Audacity Speak today. Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
It's good to come home, but just because of I gotta tell a quick funny story. The reading, which was from Sermon by the Sea, one of our favorite all-time readings, of course, and when Ernest Holmes said, I see the squirrel is God. Well, sometimes the squirrels are in wolves and squirrel clothing or something like that, because recently, this past few weeks, we put flower boxes in all our windows at home. So what I didn't know is I was giving the squirrel access to the bird feeder. So yesterday, Neil calls me out because that little sucker climbed up on the railing, but was able to jump across from the railing to the flower box to the bird feeder. So sometimes they might be God in clothing, but sometimes they just might be annoying. I guess God's hungry. But the other thing I want to mention too is move it down. Okay. The other thing I want to say though, this is June 1st. It is the beginning of Gay Pride Month. And while I celebrate it, and I do, anyone who knows me knows that about me, but I want to say that we have Gay Pride Month, we have Black History Month, we have Women's Month, and whatever else we have. And you know why we have them? Because in the society that we live in, we're kind of broken. And it's a way of overcompensating. Because I want to say we shouldn't need it. We shouldn't need it. So it's okay, it's good, let's celebrate it, let's do it all. But let's be clear that behind the reasons why we celebrate all those things is because we've lacked the character to grow up and spiritually and emotionally mature. I just needed to say that. So, Sacred Audacity is the name of the talk, and it does go along with it's Holy Boldness. Yeah. Is that the month? And so, which is kind of a fun concept, the idea of having audacity. So I looked up the meaning today. I didn't know it was a noun. Did you know that audacity is a noun? I thought of it as an adjective. What do I know? So it means one of two things, which is really interesting. The willingness to take bold risks, to have courage or boldness, or rude or disrespectful behavior. Okay? So I guess you can decide where the audacity in your life is going to go, because evidently it can go either way. But one of the things that when I was contemplating what I wanted to talk about, in my little And So It Is book, which I never use or quote or anything from, but there's one moment in there where I say, it's not about us being extraordinary, it's about doing life in extraordinary ways. And for me, every moment of every day, every interaction, every relationship, every time we walk onto our job, or if it's a client or whatever it is, every moment is an opportunity to be bold and brilliant and beautiful and to be audacious, and I'm hoping to support that, because we here each have the ability to be sacredly, or to have the audacity of sacredness and sacred audacity, but you might not see where it lives inside of you. And I think about Shirley Chisholm, who was the founder of the Women's Political Caucus and the first Black woman to run for president. How dare she? Isn't that beautiful? How bold and brilliant that was. Really, that was so far out of the thinking of the time. I don't know if you're going to know this name. Rudolf Dorchin came to be known as Little Doré. He was the first man to have sexual reassignment surgery, 1922. So the movement toward that started earlier than you might think. Rosa Parks, why was she brilliant? She was tired. She was tired. She just didn't want to stand up. And that moment, that bit of saying, I'm not doing this anymore, you know what that turned into. It was bold. J.K. Rowling, a single mom living on welfare, has now, I bet you wish you had her in your publishing house, had you? 500 million copies of her books, and of course all the movies and the franchise that it is. A single mom living on welfare. Tell me you don't have a bold and beautiful idea that you can say yes to. What was that divine urge that came up and allowed her to do that? And that's also, and I want to mention this one, Laura Ingalls Wilder, who created the characters of the Little House on the Prairies that became the movie. Single mom. Harlan Sanders, you know who that is? Kentucky Fried Chicken, you are right. He decided to make some good chicken. And millions and millions and millions of dollars later, he was working at the company. And who are my superhero friends? Anybody like Yeah, okay. We all know who Stan Lee is. Do you know what Stan Lee did before he did all that? He filled the ink wells at the factory of the comic store. He was filling ink wells. Now, except for when he passed, you can't find a superhero movie from Marvel that he's not in. I'm always looking for him. I love when he shows up. So I bring these people to you because I don't think that we know when we are in the presence of brilliance all the time. It's not easy to recognize the Buddha in someone, the guru in someone, the perfection in someone, the brilliance in someone, not by looking at them, not for sure. I mean, for certain. And yet it lives there. It's this little seed. It's this nudge. It's this God-ordained, come on out and play feeling that keeps generating itself. And you know why it doesn't get expressed more often? Because we doubt. We cut it off. We doubt it. We give more attention to the I'm not enoughness than I am bold, brilliant, and beautiful. I mean, this is not about me. And I sometimes look at the books I have written, which haven't added up to much of anything in truth, except for my sense of accomplishment. I just said yes to something. I didn't know really what I was saying yes to. And you have a yes. And that yes is your sacred audacity to be walking amongst all of the rest of us in this bold and beautiful way. Part of what has us move into sacred audacity is embracing the stepping stones that we think are problems. Anybody have problems? Issues, concerns, little things? Those are not really problems. Those are a stepping stone path to brilliance, because through the healing of those things, through the embracing of it, is your transformation. Has anyone ever arrived at a sense of accomplishment that in the beginning you thought you would never accomplish? Anybody? Yeah. You said yes, and you allowed that divine urge to get your attention more than your self-criticism. That's all it takes. Being out of the pulpit on a regular, although truth is I'm speaking often, but with letting go of all the responsibilities that I've let go of and not being the pastor, I have now an opportunity to see things I haven't seen, to feel things I haven't felt, to recognize the movement of consciousness on the planet and in us in ways I never could. And I am more convinced, more than ever before, that what we have to do, and you've heard me say this is not new, but I'm going to say it again because it's become clear how important it is. We have to not give power to the things that we fear. We have to not give power to the things that society wants us to give power to. We have to not take the warnings as real, as limitations as real. We must question reality, every step of reality. I don't know how to say that to have a greater impact of it. But we live a life in complacency because we don't question what's in front of us. You have to question what's in front of you and be willing to be so bold to just say yes. Many years ago at a retreat with Michael Beckwith, we were up in Warwick, New York, and there was this moment. We were in deep silence for a long time, and suddenly there was this urge inside of me, something that I hadn't felt before. And I knew in that moment, and I want to say this to you because I want you to be conscious as you can at any given moment. But that urge was something where I knew that I was either going to be afraid of the next steps. This is before ministry. I was either going to be afraid of the next steps or I was going to say yes to that divine urge. And I knew if I didn't consciously declare into the mind of God, I'm here, I'm ready, I'm willing, I'm saying yes. I knew if I didn't, that window of opportunity of inspiration could pass you by. Everybody, you ever have a moment of opportunity or inspiration and you don't quite say yes in that moment, you think it's going to return? But these are fleeting moments. Fleeting moments. That's why I have to, I don't keep a notebook next to my bed anymore, but my phone, if in the middle of the night I have a moment, a thought, or something for a talk, or whatever else, I make sure I capture it. Because these things are passing through the atmosphere, and either we catch them and we say yes to the inspiration, or we don't. If you are not making steps toward your ultimate dream, somewhere you are interrupting the dream. Yes. Not God. God wants you to be full out ridiculously in your sacred audacity. That's what God wants. And if you're not playing that, get yourself out of the way. Get out of the way. If you have the audacity to move through challenges, you will arrive where you want to arrive. And yet the audacity to be bold and brilliant, it comes in ordinary ways. It's ordinary people. And I've told this story many times, but it's such a good story. And it's the story that comes out of The Reluctant Messiah, Richard Bach. Y'all know that book? Get that book if you haven't read it. And in the book, there is this story about this little creature. There was all these creatures that were living in the stream. And these creatures, the way they survived was they held tight, like a death grip, onto the side of the stream. Can you imagine that feeling? You know that feeling? Like when you have a death grip on life. You think, no, I'll hold on, I'll be okay. But it's like this. And while you think you're doing something positive, all the fear in your body temple. Do you know what I'm talking about? Right? Well, what this little creature did, I don't know, he, she, they, decided to let go. And the little creatures, and he was kind of, kibitzing with the people around him, the other creatures, and he said, yeah, I'm going to let go. They said, no, you can't let go. He said, no, I'm going to let go. And and they said, no, you'll be beat up by the rocks. It'll beat you up. And he let go. And he got beat up. But eventually the stream carried him above. And there he was, instead of fighting the stream and grabbing hold, he was floating above them all. And they looked at him as if he was a god. He was no god. He had the chutzpah to let go. I'll say he had the ovaries to let go. He had what it took to say, I'm willing to see what happens. And they looked at him like he was special. He was them. You and I are the Shirley Chisholms. You and I are the Mother Teresa. You and I are the Guru, or the Buddha, or the Latsu. That's who we are, with one separation. You gotta say yes. You gotta say yes. And when we, as normal humans, say yes to, and there's each, we probably each have a little uniqueness inside of us. We have something that only you can bring. Only you. Only you can bring in that thought, that particular idea. While we're all one, we're not all the same. We have this beautiful thing inside of us that wants to play. And so my encouragement is to accept the individuality of who you are. And in that, let us, excuse me 1 second. Thank you. And in that, let us not allow the world to tell us what our talent is. Let us not let the world tell us who we're supposed to be. Be your yes. Be the bold, crazy yes that you want to be. And, you know, I'm, now that I have a little bit more time in my hands too, I'm always looking for reels about parenting. And I see all the ways that people are now learning to parent their children so that we can let our children, and if you have grandchildren, let them get dirty, let them be a mess, let them embrace their craziness without us trying to stomp on them, without us trying to keep them behind a desk 4 or 5 hours a day. It's not where our children belong. I don't know what will ever happen with that, but I hope that really becomes a movement. And I know for those of us who have already parented our children and might feel like we've done it too late, but we can support the new parents. To embrace our courage, to embrace your courage of the adversity, all of it. The adversity that you adopted. And I want to ask you something. Sometimes when you have an idea of limitation, do you ever stop to ask yourself, whose is this? Whose limitation is this? Whose idea about smallness is this? Is it actually yours? Or is it something you blindly adopted because consciousness is such that if we're not aware, we don't have the filter to filter out the limitations? So we get to look around and see. And today we're going to celebrate 2 individuals who were just crazy enough to do something different, because it is a crazy role. And the other thing I want to encourage you to do is to celebrate your normalness. Because even in your normalness, which is brilliant and beautiful, one of the ways that our normalness becomes even more perfect or even more meaningful is when we keep finding our wholeness. When we do our healing work, when we embrace the boldness and the brilliance, your impact upon the planet could be as simple as not taking offense. Because when you don't take offense, you stop the normal give and take or the upset that happens. When you and I choose not to feel alarmed by a warning of some sort, we redirect our attention and we model what it's like to be in faith, the faith of possibility. So it doesn't have to be an extraordinary action. You don't have to be on TV to be an influencer, to collect, 10, 20, 30,000, followers. You just have to be whole and speak to that wholeness, from that wholeness, and practice doing no harm. If each one of us, and there's a lot of people out in the world right now that are making what I think are some questionable decisions. Let me not go down that road. We were going down that road last night. A few of us were sitting around, and I said, I just can't even discuss it. Out of all the things that don't get me upset, looking at the current world condition, I have to admit, catches my attention, and I'm working at finding peace in it, but it's been a thing. It's been a thing. So, but when you and I can stand strong and not lean into the attention-getting prophesizing of what's going wrong and what's not working in the planet, when we can not subscribe to that and remain in our boldness, you are being extraordinary. That is your sacred audacity. It's being you. It's being Ty and Edward and Paul. It's being you so fully that expression that you are has its impact. You catch that? You don't have to invent a new drug or a new solution. You just have to say yes to that urge that has been trying to get your attention. And sometimes we're a little afraid of stepping out of ourselves. You ever notice that? You get a little afraid and you pull back because you can't quite see what's on the other side of it. So, my wish, want, hope, and dream for you is to embrace that sacred audacity and to do it consciously. Always do it consciously. So if you will, can we hold hands? And I would like to treat us out. Oh, there is a boldness and a beauty. There's a life. It is ebbing and flowing and moving. It is glorious. It is magnificent. It is the intelligence that lives at the very heart of our being. It is the intelligence that beats our heart, that breathes through us. It is that sweet essence tapping us on the shoulder that says, reach, my friend. There's more. It's right there. And to the degree that we each accept and allow it, to that degree, it is expressed through us. I call this time good and so very good. And I trust that each and every time this community comes together, the light grows. The light that attracts, the light that heals, the light that reveals. So I bless the Center for Spiritual Living North Jersey and all of its participants. I trust completely in who we are and what we do and the way we impact the planet. Let us embrace our sacred yes, and I ask you to do so by speaking a yes into the room. Yes. I ask you to embrace your sacred audacity by speaking a yes into the room. Yes. And I ask you to repeat after me. I am holy. I am holy. I am sacred. I am bold beyond bold. And my life is better than I could have ever imagined. Yes. Oh, for this and so much more, I am eternally grateful. And I surrender this word to love and to law. And so it is.
of I am, more than I have been, I am more than I will be, I am all that I am. In the land of I am more than I have been, I am more than I will be, I am all that I am. In the land of I am more than I have been, I am more than I will be, I am all that I am. In the land of I am more than I have been, I am more than I will be, I am all that I am. And the souls of all my great-grandmothers, and the dreams of all my great-grandfathers, and the way to rise beyond the pain, all live, in me. In the land of I am more than I have been, I am more than I will be, I am all that I am. In the land of I am more than I have been, I am more than I will be, I am all that I am. In the land of I am more than I have been, I am more than I will be, I am all that I am. In the land of I am more than I have been, I am more than I will be, I am all that I am. And the smiles of all the unborn children, and the dreams of a better day to come, and the dance of the heaven when the earth all live, in me. In the land of I am all that I have been, I am all that I will be, I am all that I am. In the land of I am all that I have been, I am all that I will be, I am all that I am. In the land of I am more than I have been, I am more than I will be, I am all that I am. In the land of I am more than I have been, I am more than I will be, I am all that I am. Been robbed and disgraced, abused and displaced, been robbed and disgraced, abused and displaced, been lied to. The lies can't be seen through in the land. You can't fall from grace in the land. You cannot be led in the land. There is more than enough in the land. Always at home, always at home, always at home, always at home, always at home. In the land of I am more than I have been, I am more than I will be, I am all that I am. In the land of I am more than I have been, I am more than I will be, I am and so I am. And so of all my great-grandmothers, of all my great-grandfathers, to rise beyond the pain, all live, in me. In the land of I am more than I have been, I am more than I will be, I am all that I am. In the land of I am more than I have been, I am more than I will be. I am all that I am. In the land of I am, more than I have been. I am more than I will be. I am all that I am. In the land of I am more than I have been. I am more than I will be. I am all that I am.
It's a sacred role. And this song, I only know it as Michael Gott's song, although we were trying to find out who else composed it. But as we're singing this song, it is to celebrate Evelyn and Neil. But I invite you to take it in. I invite you to take in the words to this song. Amazing things.
And I did find the other author.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, Megan McDonough and Michael Gott and Jane Stanfield. Okay. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. You will do amazing things with the choice each new day brings. And with every step you take, bless the progress that you make. The reason you live is there in every gift you give. Love your life, love your dreams. You will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. Oh, the places you will go and the people you will know. Don't worry when, where or how. You need to know, do that now. You're on the right track. No need to look ahead or back. Just enjoy the day it brings. You will do amazing things. You don't have to work it out. Just stay in there, the here and now. Let your mind rest otherwise. Sometimes deepest answers come when you're out there having fun. So close your eyes, take a breath, and smile. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things.
Thank you, Ty. And Clive, oh my God, today, you're just carrying the weight of an entire band. Thank you. Yeah, he's an entire orchestra today. So, you can, you're excused. So, today is a sacred event. Yes, we always use humor around here because life is fun, right? If we can't laugh, I gotta tell you, it's not worth living. You can't laugh at yourself in every moment. But it is a sacred, for some say it's a calling. Some get the divine urge, and some get a good swift kick in the butt that says you gotta keep going, you gotta do more. And the yes of individuals who move into ministry, there's a lot of trepidations in the beginning. Because in order to arrive there, you have to challenge all those beliefs that so many of us share. The I'm not enoughness, I'm not valuable, I'm not lovable, I'm not worth, the whole fraud issues. When an individual says, yes, I'm choosing to be a minister, they have got to walk through the gates of those limiting ideas. It's best to do it before, but sometimes it even happens during. And that's where things get really interesting. Today we are here to honor Reverend, I'll just say Evelyn Bourne yet, and Neil Pinkman. Now, both Neil and Evelyn accepted the ministerial licenses during and then right after COVID, which is why we're so grossly delayed in celebrating, because even after COVID, we didn't have a place. We were virtual. So you might be scratching your head wondering why, but that's why. Everything was just delayed because of life circumstances. I serve as the Region 11 coordinator. So I'm here, I serve all the communities from Maine down to, I guess, Jersey. I don't go into Delaware, although I do serve them anyway. And so it's my job to support these communities, your community, as that coordinator. Evelyn and Neil began their journey here at the center. And I got to watch them. I got to watch both of them. When Evelyn first came in, she was just quiet. She would kind of, and that's what she would do. She would walk in quietly, she'd take it in, and then she'd leave quietly for a while, right? It wasn't until you knew you found home, till you felt safe, till you said, okay, they really mean what they say. And it took a minute, and I understood that. I understood that. I understood that we had to earn your respect, and we had to earn you being willing to call us your spiritual home. Neil, he's had this nudge from the time he was young, and yet wasn't surrounded by circumstances or individuals to support his yes. So I'm so happy for him that he found me because I supported his yes. You know, you need someone around you who's willing to say, yeah, come on, keep going, it's okay. And the path to get there and the path to be bold, it can go in one of two directions. It could be very earth-related, grounded and deep and profound, with recognizing source, or it could be an ego-based trip. You've met those kinds, right? I will tell you that these individuals did the first. They dug deep. You know, anyone who's been through practitioner training with me, it was not summer camp. I had you dig deep, and they dug deep. To the degree that when both of them said things, that when they went into ministry and they started their training, they were aware how well prepared they were because they had been working in consciousness and not just in the to-dos of ministry. So they show up here with an open mind and an open heart, and it's a beautiful thing. There are those who scoff at the idea of Science of Mind and they call it just a self-help movement. I don't like that category because I think it's so much more than that. Yes, there's deep and profound self-improvement that comes and transformation and evolution, but it's not self-help in that way. We entertain ideas of high truth, and for those of us who were recently in Joe Schneider's God, the Physics of God class, there was another interesting twist in the way of looking at God. Within the Science of Mind, there is room to be bold, brilliant, healthy, and wealthy, while still having a deep, loving, and compassionate spiritual life. We don't think you have to give up one to have the other here, which is beautiful. So to remind us all of what we believe in, and Joe Schneider, I'm going to ask you to come up now. I'm going to have Joe Schneider read to you the Declaration of Principles as written by Ernest Holmes, the founder of Science of Mind, which was the result one day of I think it was a magazine interview, asking him, well, what do you believe in? These were his answers. You might have to move that.
What do we believe in? We believe in God, the living Spirit Almighty, one indestructible, absolute. I don't think it has to be that high.
You need to be near the mic.
Okay.
Yeah. There you go. No, yeah,
This,
there you go.
is that okay?
Yeah, you have to be close to it.
This one manifests itself in and through all creation, but is not absorbed by its creation. The manifest universe is the body of God. It is a logical and necessary outcome of the infinite self-knowingness of God. We believe in the incarnation of the Spirit in all people, and that all people are incarnations of the one Spirit. We believe in the internality, immortality, and continuity of the individual soul, forever and ever expanding. We believe that the kingdom of heaven is within us, and that we experience the kingdom to the degree that we become conscious of it. We believe the ultimate goal of life is to be a complete emancipation from all discord of every nature, and that this goal is sure to be obtained by all. We believe in the unity of all life, and that the highest God and the innermost God is one God. We believe that God is personal to all who feel this indwelling presence. We believe in the direct revelation of the truth through the intuitive and spiritual nature of each person, and that anyone may become a revealer of truth who lives in close contact with the indwelling God. We believe in the universal spirit, which is God, operates through a universal mind, which is the law of God, and that we are surrendered by the creative mind, which receives the direct impress of our thoughts upon it. We believe in the healing of the sick through the power of the mind. We believe in the control of conditions through the power of the mind. We believe in the eternal goodness, the eternal loving kindness, and the eternal givingness of life of all. And we believe in our own soul, our own spirit, our own destiny, and we understand that the life of all is God.
Thank you. Okay. So becoming a minister says a lot about an individual. It says that they are outwardly focused on their desire to share wisdom and to serve humanity. It is not a selfish, self-serving role. What some do not realize when signing up for this role is that there is no such thing as part-time. When you are a minister, you are walking in your ministry. It is not a minister on Sunday or a minister when you're counseling. It is, I am my ministry. I am the consciousness of my ministry. It is a large role, a meaningful and large role. A minister is a mindset and a way of life. It requires the individual to be extremely mindful because they will always, I want you to get the weight of this, always be modeling the teaching. Always. Everything they do, they're watched everywhere. Just like when you became practitioners, and I said to you guys, people will be watching you. It's even more when you become a minister. So we're going to first focus our attention today on Evelyn. Evelyn came to this community, like I said, many years ago. How, 10 years ago now? 12 years ago? A while ago. And as I said, first she came quietly, and then she dipped her toe in, and then she took classes, and then a religious science practitioner, and then life got juicy and real, and clearly it incited her hunger for more. And becoming a practitioner was obviously that next step. During that time, she served in many ways. She even served on the board, and at one point was our leadership chair. But she wasn't done there. That urge that I spoke about earlier, it kept noodling her. It kept calling on her. And so she decided to step out, and her yes to that nudge brought her to the Inner Visions Institute for Spiritual Development, where she graduated the Ministerial Development and Ordination Program as a Minister of Spiritual Consciousness by the Reverend Dr. Ian Van Sant. She was ordained, when she was ordained, she was given the ordination name of Wadleigh. Am I saying that correctly? Which means, God called me. Don't you want that name? God called me. So our beloved Evelyn now walks amongst us carrying that name and the reality of her reverendship. If you would come forward, Evelyn. Okay. I'm going to come around front.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
I ask you, do you agree to live by right of consciousness in all of life?
Yes.
Do you agree to never look outward for any source of power outside of yourself?
Yes.
Do you agree to assume the responsibilities of ministry as you serve the Center for Spiritual Living North Jersey and its members?
Absolutely.
I forgot it was the second page. Hold that 1 second, please. Just. I don't know how that got confused, but. Okay. Sorry about that. So I asked the board
To rise up. Do you willingly accept the installation of Reverend Evelyn as serving the Center for Spiritual Living North Jersey?
I do.
Okay, you can remain standing. Would members of the community please stand? I ask you, are you willing to recognize Evelyn as a source of inspiration and love as she serves you in this center?
Yes.
Are you willing to love and support her?
Yes.
She can't do it without you. I thank you. You may be seated. With this, yes, a covenant has been formed, and now I place this stole upon you and recognize you as a servant of God through this community. I'm going to ask Reverend Evelyn to please stay here with me, and I ask Neil to come forward, please. So now we turn our attention to another who has given so much. Go Neil, when you come to face the camera. Given him time, given energy, given prayers. Do you know anybody who is more dependable, who has more integrity, who shows up on time so meticulously that you could set your clock by? No, because it annoys the heck out of me. Because I show up is not that much of time.
I love you, honey.
So you have given above and beyond in so many ways. It is a very natural and fitting for you to follow that other person into this role. As one of the most, like I said, dependable and kind and integrous people that I know, I am clear that you are here to serve and maintain the habits of consciousness that have built this community for the past 23 years. Neil started his training with CSL, and then during COVID, things just got crazy. So he completed them with the Emerson Institute, which is why this little confusion around here of who can be called a minister or not. And while Evelyn is very much an ordained minister, worthy of all the rights and support, she's not a CSL minister, so but we're letting her in anyway because we love her. Now, it's not a CSL minister, he's an Emerson minister, but somehow he manages to be accepted as the CSL spiritual director. Go figure! CSL practitioners. But there is no outside organization that gets to choose who you are. There are no rules that get to decide who you are. That is for you and you alone. So, I ask you, do you agree to live by right of consciousness in all of life?
Yes.
Do you agree to never look outward for any source of power outside yourself?
Yes.
Do you agree to assume the responsibilities of ministry as you serve the Center for Spiritual Living North Jersey and its members?
Yes.
Leadership, please stand. Do you accept Neil as the Reverend Neil Pinkman to serve the Center for Spiritual Living North Jersey?
Yes.
With this yes, a covenant has been formed. So I also want to ask now the members to stand. Do you agree to accept And I have to say, some of the headaches, and I want to tell you something, he can't do it without you.
True.
All of you, each and every one of you. He is not there to just have responsibilities laid upon him. This is a community. He is a community member. Ask yourself each and every day, how can I give to expand this community and this consciousness? And then call him up. And just like our beloved Giovanna just recently did along with Ty, they just stepped up and they said, I want to help. And they opened the door to their own service in a stunning way. He's like, yeah, okay, let's play. I invite you to do that because we're not here to be alone. We want to be alone. We wouldn't be the minister. That's the fact. So, because you're gone above and beyond, it is logical for you to be in this role.
I got more. Hold on.
I, as the Regional 11 Coordinator, I ask the leadership first again. Do you accept Reverend Neil Pinkman as the spiritual director of this spiritual community?
Yes.
Beautiful. Do you commit to supporting him in all ways? Are you willing to remember that he cannot do this job alone and will always require your love, support, and active participation? Members who are already standing, are you ready to accept and support the efforts and the consciousness of the Reverend Neil Pinkman as your spiritual director? If yes, please speak it aloud.
Yes.
Are you willing to give up your time and energy to support this community and Reverend Neil in his efforts to grow and sustain this community?
Yes.
Then, with full enthusiasm, I now officially present to you the Reverend Neil Pinkman, Spiritual Director of the Center for Spiritual Living, North Jersey. Come here. Okay, come close, come face each other. Okay. I ask the board to come forward and to put your hands on their shoulders. Practitioners, come forward and put your hands on their shoulders. You can get in a little closer. Be careful of the wire. And then any member who is willing and willing to come forward to put just be careful of the wire, that's all. It's a little tricky here. To come on forward and put your hands on the shoulders of these individuals. You can come, yeah.
Why do we do this? Because we are one. We are connected. Your love and your energy and your vibration create a system of love and support like nothing else. I bless these individuals. I bless Reverend Evelyn Embelike. I bless Reverend Neil. I bless the Center for Spiritual Living North Jersey. I bless the members, the practitioners, and the leadership. And I trust that there is a bond happening here that is so bold and so beautiful. There is an activity that's happening at the level of consciousness that brings this teaching to the planet in a greater way. And I celebrate their yes. I celebrate the boldness and the audacity that they had to allow that yes to be birthed through them. May God bless them, support them, and love them forevermore. Please join me in releasing this word with a bounty of love and support. And so it is. Thank you. Now you can sit down. Just be careful of that wire. I don't want anybody to get hurt. Evelyn and Neil, I want to give you each a moment to say something. Okay?
Yeah, just thank you to everyone who's here, and thank you for receiving me. And I feel so much love and appreciation from all of you. So thank you.
I've been here a while, and I love it. 16 years since I walked in the doors. 55 years since I said to somebody, for God knows why, I think maybe I should be a minister. Of the events in my life, my daughters, number one, their husbands, and of course the grandkids. Addison, Declan, Brendan, Amelia, love you. And then I'm glad I met her too, because all of that takes on a whole different dimension as my life just, I let it happen, and this is where I am. And what Reverend Michelle said before about embracing the problems, if I hadn't had those problems and struggles, I wouldn't be standing here today.
Yep.
And I wouldn't be the person I am today, which some of you may like. However, I'm feeling pretty good about it. So thank you all. Please, I can't do this alone. Let me switch that. I don't want to do this alone. All right? I want some of you other jerky people to come up here and do stuff with me so that we get it done, we grow, and we have a lot of fun doing it. All right? Thank you. I love you.
I just have a couple of things to read that I kind of lost track of. Some of your colleagues, Neil, where? Gosh darn it. All right, it's right here. I know it's right here. Hold on. Hold that for a second. Oh my God, I've never been so disorganized with my papers. Hold on. Here it is. Thank you. So, congratulations, Reverend Neil. May your ministry bring you great satisfaction and joy. You're good enough, you're strong enough, and gosh darn, people like you. That's from the Reverends Maxine Kay and Mike Gerdes.
Oh, nice.
I raise and praise and acknowledge Reverend Neil and his divine presence. Congratulations on your installation as the spiritual director of the Center for Spiritual Living North Jersey. Thank you for continuing the reach of this community to touch and support so many lives. Reverend Shay Molesby, Unity of Sussex County. Congratulations, CSL North Jersey. I celebrate this day with you as one of your own steps into the role as a new senior minister. I've known Reverend Neil about as long as you have, and this sweet soul brings so much heart, wisdom, and humor to all that he does. What I know about this community is that Reverend Neil breeds authentic souls. Reverend Neil is no exception. It has been said that it's difficult to be a prophet in your own backyard. It does not surprise me that this does not apply to Reverend Neil. His devotion to new thought and this beloved community is a shining example of the power of this philosophy to bring out the best in us. Reverend Dr. Alice Reed, who is currently the chair of the Centers for Spiritual Living.
Thank you.
Thank you. Complete.
We can go away now?
We're going to have one more song for you, though.
Okay.
Can we sit?
Perfect. Yes, you
Can we
can.
sit?
Sorry. Yep. Mhm.
Okay.
I think we should make them stand the whole time. No, just kidding. Just kidding. Oh, it has been an amazing service today. A very invigorating, inspiring, and loving service, as it always is, but today just has a little more oomph to it. And so with the oomph, we're going to finish with some oomph. And we're looking for you guys to get up out of here. Get up! That's my new motto. What if the world was a better place? because of you. What if you had more love and compassion than all you do? The world would be a better place. We'd all live with ease and grace. Just believe in the dream, it can really come true. Here's what you do. Join heart, let love's healing start. Join hands, let love heal the land. 'Cause I got it, you got it, the power to change the world. I got it, you got it, the power to change. Oh, everybody, come on. What if your smile was the currency to purchase the dream? What if your heart held every soul as its love supreme? A love supreme. We wouldn't study war no more. For the love always at the core. Lifting the world, all people to the highest esteem. Ooh, it's more than a dream. Join hearts, let love's healing start. Join hands, let love heal the land. 'Cause I got it, you got it, the power to change the world. I got it, you got it, the power to change. Sing again. I got it, you got it, the power to change the world. I got it, you got it, the power to change. Keep singing, I want to stop. Keep singing. I got it, you got it, the power to change the world. I got it, you got it, the power to change. I got it, you got it, the power to change the world. I got it, you got it, the power to. Last time, here we go, come on. I got it, you got it, the power to change the world. I got it, you got it, the power to change. The power is love. Happy Sunday, happy every day.
Evelyn and Neil, will you come forward and sing?
Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it.
You need to come forward and
Happy Sunday. Congratulations.